If success today means being both talked about and recommended, and we believe it does, we've got very simple axes on this thing. We've shown, I think, we've proven that if people recommend you, that's a good thing. And hopefully, from the premise I've created, you accept that people need to be talking about this. Clearly, we need to be talking positively about us to get ourselves in a good place. The simple challenge is this. There's a more complicated challenge coming, as you can probably guess, which is just predicting what people want to talk about, because all the research and tools we've been using, and today is a brilliant time to have this conversation, because any one of us on our brands who've got a UNA study or any piece of major research from 1 year ago, which we used to think was quite recent, we used to think, if you've done UNA in the last year, yeah, we're our finger on the pulse of this brand, this category. Honestly, in the world, I think almost any research that was done before October or November 2008 is worth bidding in almost any category, because consumer attitudes changed almost by the month. Brands that were aspirational suddenly took on a different hue in lots of countries. You just have to see the remarkable market share shifts and sales percentage shifts, things like luxury goods in Japan, you know what I mean? 1 year ago, every housewife in Japan wanted Burberry, this, or Gucci, that. Just one piece to make themselves feel as a part of how life can be. Sales have fallen 20-25% of those categories in the last 4 months. Attitudes have changed overnight. Attitudes of cars have changed overnight. Computers. We're seeing dramatic shifts of people's attitudes. So testing in traditional ways may not be useful in the current economic situation where consumers are. So I put a few up here, things you can know. One of the perhaps most challenging is the second one down, because our good frenemy and competitor, Mr. Martin Sorrell, who runs a company called WPP, I used to work for him, so I have a personal point of view about these things. But what he has done is put a lot of money into research and into testing, frankly, executions. And we've all got benchmarks for a lot of our brands where testing executions has become, okay, I get it, either it's good or bad execution. But I would surmise that when you test an execution, you pretty much only test a TV or print execution, maybe a poster. It's quite hard to test an idea. I've got an idea of how to test an idea. He might not like it, you might. It's a lot cheaper, a lot quicker. You look and move from material that is high cost, high finish to low cost, low finish. You look at those Cadbury Green Eggs ads. When we presented those to the client, we shot 6 of them ourselves on the table in the office. Little handheld video camera. It's not so hard. What falls on a green egg? How hard's that? And then the thing came to life. And actually, we argued with ourselves that we shouldn't just air those, because that was kind of the point. And certainly when we went to shoot them, we shot 21 before we normally shoot 1 or 2 films. So we shot it really quick, really cheap. So low cost, low finish. Why? Because you need lots of treatments. 21 treatments rather than just the one. Why? Because consumers get bored very quickly. And if they're going to start engaging with you, they need to have new things and new charms to look at. They don't just want the same thing and going, yeah, you've already bored me, thank you. And the testing needs to happen early in the process, because if we're really getting things talked about, we need to know early on we're going to get things talked about, because we need to start involving all sorts of aspects of communications things. So we've created this little thing, which we're currently in the process of testing with Nestle in a whole load of countries in the world. So it's a serious piece of testing kit. We're talking to Procter & Gamble about testing it. It's just very simply takes the previous axis and turns it into something that's predictable and measurable. I won't take too long with the pieces, but you can see that if you've got something in the bottom left box, it's no use. No one's going to talk about it, and it changes the conversation negatively. So even if people do talk, they hate it, not a great place. Where people don't want to talk about it much, but when they do, it positively changes the conversation. Clearly, it's a good strategic thought, it's in the right place, it's just not sexy and exciting and talkable. Where something is very talkable, but negatively changes the conversation, is what we forgot the strategy. And we all have seen campaigns do that in our past as well.